Hey everybody, welcome back to Electric Cafe. Today is day number 3 of my 30 days of new age related music from the 70s and 80s. Um, Today's album review is on Emerald Webb's fourth album called Valley of the Birds. For those that don't know who Emerald Webb was, um, let me bear with me while I look at my notes because I don't know a lot about the band. I found them roughly about 25 years ago, 30 years ago, and but I had to look them up because I don't some of the artists I don't know by name, so bear with me. Um, Basically, Emerald Webb was this is their fourth album. They started off in the late 70s, basically from 1978 to 1990. Uh, a girl by the name of Kat Eppel and then Bob Stoll. I believe they were boyfriend girlfriend too, or they were married to, and so they were a couple, doing ambient music. And unfortunately, he passed away in 1989, and that sort of ended them. But Kat ended up, going on and doing a lot of really strong work in television and composed a lot of scores and films and done a lot of concerts and stuff like that. And she's basically a keyboardist and a flautist, and then he was also a flautist away and keyboardist. But they were up. They did a lot of music for planetariums and composed soundtracks for Carl Sagan, and they released 11 albums in total, including Cat Spa from 1986, which was nominated for a Grammy as well. So, they've had some success. They're, kind of one of those names that are kind of a veteran when if you're a fan of like Hearts of Space program or various American channels that radio stations that focused on ambient music. You might know the name Emerald Webb. I got a chance to find them about 25 years ago or so, with that album Cat Spa, and then gone on to getting some more of their albums over the last handful of years. I actually am working. I'm in communication with Cat as far as looking to reissue on vinyl for my label their fifth album. Hopefully that works out. Let's see. The good about this album, this album does a really good job of blending synthetic world and traditional instruments really well. It never really goes overboard on really anything, to make it cheesy, which is good. It's kind of warm, early analog sort of space gazing music. If you like new age, that's soft and warm and sort of minimal and with a little bit of wind instruments and things like that. This will be for you for sure. There's 7 tracks on here, so it's a fairly short album. It's verging on about 17, 21, 23, probably about 42 minutes. Not too short of an album, but there's only 7 tracks. And basically 3 of them are short tracks as well. The first track is the longest track, and it's the title of the album, Valley of Birds. This synthesizer patterning is very basic. Is the bass of the track while the flute plays over the entire song. It's just great for like star gazing, and it's very enchanting. Nice deep bass notes even, which is great. Almost halfway through, it sort of adds a little bit more dramatic, and it's just really a peaceful track and really a nice track, and my second favorite on the album. I really enjoyed the song. Dragon's Gate is my favorite song on the album. Powerful bass line. It's kind of have a mystical synth and a flute combining. The way the synthesizer rings out is almost kind of a little bit techno-like. It's really strong too, and this album is a great example of why you dig in bins and record bins and take chances on things. I would have never found Emerald Webb unless I took a chance on an album, and I could say that about a lot of music in my collection and finding different artists and stuff like that. But you have to take chances. An album title like Valley of the Birds, I don't know if that really draws you into it, but the artwork certainly does. You know what I mean? So I would definitely take a chance on it. If I saw that in the record store, I would think that would be an interesting listen to just based on the artwork. Dragon Gate's my favorite song on the album for sure. The next two tracks are a little short, 3 minutes and 1 minute. Nice gentle sounds. Openings is a good opener for sure, and they're both tracks are nice. Rainforest is probably my least favorite on the album, but it's still really good. It's still good, I should say. Track number 6, Photonus, is kind of a little bit more ominous with bass line, consistent keyboard note, adds kind of a spacey, I guess it's Lyricon, which I guess is a type of keyboard that sort of does sounds that sort of sound like wind instruments, I believe. It's kind of a woodwind / hybrid synthesizer, and sort of creates a lot of variety of sounds like electric guitar and oboe and French horn and things like that. And here it's really nice on this track, layered over this nice consistent ominous sort of bass line. And then the last track, Through the Garden of Mirrors, is a just 2 minute track. Really nice ending as well. Just a really enjoyable album. It's very peaceful, and that's the other thing that I really like about Emerald Webb. Catspaw can be a little corny. It kind of, I did a review on it like, I don't know, maybe like 15 or 20 years ago online, and somebody commented on and it was my immaturity. It was definitely one of those reviews where I felt like I was kind of showing my immaturity with the sound, and I kind of said it jokingly. It sort of sounded a little bit like as if you had a medieval party. Like one of those medieval parties where everybody dresses up and has those troughs, mugs, things. Those and everybody dresses like they're in a medieval times, and it just kind of sounds, it's like a medieval fair, and it sort of sounds like music that would be in the background on that, and that's what Catspaw sort of sounds like to me at times. Somebody kind of grilled me on there, like I should go back to, I don't know, just go back to the drawing board as far as like my listening, because it wasn't anything like that, and I felt kind of bad because I was like, well, that's what it kind of sounded a little bit like me. I was like half joking, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, I did enjoy it, and there is some times where Emerald Webb's can be a little corny, but I think they do have some deeper albums, and this is a great example of one that never gets cheesy. There's nothing cheesy in here. This is a really good album for 1981 inside of New Age. It's a really good balance between New Age and ambient music. It can be something that can be left in the background and also be focused on. And that's kind of the blend of the two styles. I gave this album an overall score of 77 out of 100. Really good, very good album. Very good album. It's really close to being an early 80s classic. Genre classic. That would be sort of my gauging of genres. If it can get in the 80s, it's kind of a genre classic in my opinion, and this is really close to it. It's a very good album, and I would urge you guys, if you guys don't know Emerald Webb's music, check them out. They're really good. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you like peaceful, kind of enchanting ambient music, that's nice and peaceful, and it's verging on space music too. Definitely, there's some albums they have that are a little bit more new age, but this one is more ambient, I feel like, than the rest of their music, and that's a little bit more geared towards what I like. But yeah, overall, a really solid album. Not sure if anybody have heard this album or heard any Emerald Webb. If you had, I'd be curious to know what's your opinion of this album or your opinion of Emerald Webb. If not, there's a caveat. If not, go check out Valley of the Birds by Emerald Webb. Check it out, listen to it, and tell me what you think. I'll be curious to know your thoughts. All right, thanks so much.